Welcome, everyone. And I got a question for you. Can you build an entire online business around just one word? We're going to answer that question right after this. Hey, folks, welcome to episode 76 of the Content Profit Show. I had a couple people ask me today, are you really doing a show on Memorial Day, Marci, here in the States? And my answer is nothing would make my dad and my uncles, who all served and all saw action, happier than me doing they might not understand what I'm doing, but they would love it that I'm doing something today. So there. All right. So again, welcome to episode 76. Got a great guest that I'll introduce in just a moment. A couple of announcements. It is now May, at the time of this, it's May 29th. Okay. We have 2 spaces left in July, folks. And August is filling up. So if you want to do this before I start charging for it, okay, right now it's free. All right. Or a bonus on courses. Go to that link right below my name, jeffherring.com/schedule, because it's going up. And I'm not really sure when. Probably once July fills up, which is 2 episodes. So go fill them up. All right. So I want to introduce to you Marci Kobayashi. Yay, I got it. Kobayashi. That's her name. And she is coming to us very early in the morning from Tokyo, Japan. And it's 13 hours ahead, right?
That's right.
So
that's right.
5 a.m. Wednesday morning.
That's right. Tuesday morning, I think.
Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's
Tuesday
Monday.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I have a question for you. Okay. Tonight is a historic ball game. It's the finals of the Eastern semifinals of the NBA. Okay. It's a big thing. Boston has come back from 3-0. It's 3-3. No one's ever come all the way back. Okay. So my question is, who wins?
Oh, gosh.
Because it's Tuesday morning where you are.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, you've asked the wrong person because I can't even tell you who's playing. So
Okay.
how's
Yeah,
that?
I
Except for you
totally
said
understand
Boston.
it.
So
I thought if there was an answer, we could make a little money tonight. But
yeah, there you
all right.
go.
Well,
I'm in the future for you, but not that. I'm not
there
in
you
the
go.
educated future. The
There you
wrong
go.
part of the future.
So Marci,
Sorry.
tell us what you do and how you got into it.
Sure. Well, I've been in business for myself since 2002. Well, 2000 and 2000, I guess 2000, over 20 years anyway. And I've
Yeah.
kind of evolved from English teacher to study abroad advisor to web designer, and now more into writing and coaching. And I help people figure out how to have more Yoyu in their life, which is, I think, what we're going to talk about today.
That's right. So what is Yoyu?
Well, yoyu is a Japanese word that is used in daily conversation here. It's not anything that's like special, secret,
Right.
ancient. It's nothing like that. It's used in everyday conversation, and it's usually used to mean like afford or wherewithal or oomph. So, do you have enough time? Do you have enough space? Do you have enough energy? Do you have enough emotional wherewithal? So, used to talk about all these different things. But we
Okay.
don't have a good word for it in English.
Closest I can think is I've got a good friend that talks about in all things having enough margin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
so
that
it's
works
close to
too.
that,
Mhm.
but it's also sounds like energy.
Yeah,
Sounds like I was in one of my favorite lunch places, one of my satellite offices about a year ago. This waitress walks over and she's not limping a little bit. She's limping big. And I'm like, okay. And the
yeah.
first time I met her and she goes, oh, I got a cyst. And I'm like, you got grit, to be here doing this. You got grit. So yeah, that's probably in there somewhere.
Yeah,
All right.
it is,
So
totally.
that's cool. Let's go take a look at your article. There we go. And so I love this on your blog and on Medium. We're looking at the Medium one. What is Yoyu? What an everyday Japanese concept, or how an everyday Japanese concept have to me navigate overwhelm. There's a lot of people I work with that deal with burnout. Some of
Mhm.
them treat it. We came up with the term with what was her name a couple months ago? for her business. We called it Burnoutology. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, isn't
I
that
missed
cool? That
that
was
one.
just one of those.
That's a
Okay,
good one.
um, so I love this stuff, and y'all, the article is going to be in the show notes, so check it out because there's a lot of cool details in here, um, along
Thank you.
with Japanese writing, which I
Mhm.
want to learn more about. Became your compass. Explained what it is. I love it. Overflowing abundance.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, and as I read this, it can also mean, yeah, there you go, the excess or the both
Mhm.
good and bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's one of those really tough words when you're trying to translate from Japanese into English because there's not just one word for it, and it really depends on what you're talking about. Because we could use the word "yo-yo" when we're talking about whether we can afford a car or not.
Right.
You can use it when you're talking about whether there's enough electricity, enough current in going through the lines, if there's enough bandwidth. So the word bandwidth comes in, enough leeway, enough
Okay.
wherewithal. All these different words, depending on the topic, all get translated in Japanese into yo-yo.
Okay. And so it has to do with, I guess, the context and maybe even the intonation that's used. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like here in the South. I had a couple friends online moved from Chicago down to two different places down here, and they
Mhm.
both asked me after a few weeks, "What's this phrase, bless your heart mean?"
Oh.
And I said, "Well, if they say, well, if it could be thank you, okay, which is, oh, bless your heart, or it could be bless your little heart, which means something else to you." And so you just kind of got to get used to it. So yeah, I get that about the different meanings. Um, Great honor, undeserved honor. What is you? Okay.
A lot of detail that goes into what
I
the
love
meaning
it.
is.
I love it.
Most people don't think about that, and most people are just thinking about the word yo-yo.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love how you've broken it down. And y'all need to read this because it's fascinating. And this is what I love about for everyday use, because
Mhm.
we're going to build an empire around this. Time, energy, finances, space, capability, emotions, spirituality. Cool. Wow. I love it. Okay. So that's smart. Um, Downloading a chapter from an upcoming book. That's a nice. Okay. That's going to
Thank
be
you.
Finding Yoyu, the Japanese. I like that. It kind of plays off of Finding Nemo. I like.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's great.
Might get a little fish to be here soon. Um,
Right.
Finding Yoyu, the Japanese compass for navigating overwhelm and cultivating abundance in 7 key areas of life. All right. Um, I want a signed copy. I'll buy it from you. I'll
Thank
be
you.
upfront. Sure. All right. So let's go over and play with what we're going to turn this into.
Yay. Okay.
I'm calling it Marci's New Content Empire.
Okay.
Here's these may be words we've never put together before, but the Yoyu article,
Yeah,
um,
okay.
already on Medium. Approximately how many articles?
I think 6 or 7. I
Okay,
just got
you can
on, like, a
start.
month or 2
That's
ago.
that's 6 or 7 more than a lot of people that are on.
But, like, maybe 0 followers. I mean, I don't think you even call them followers. I've nothing. I've
Okay.
just
All right.
started, so
Well, there's strategies to get you up to the 100 pretty quickly, within a month, to be able to get in the partner program, which means you get paid for the
that'd be
articles
great.
and stuff. So let's go. Let's jump to a yo-yo. I knew I was going to do yo-yo. Probably not the first time you've heard that. I apologize.
That's right.
Yo
That's okay.
you
Mhm,
course. Okay. And so teaching those 7 pieces
mhm.
would be a great, what I call a flagship course. That this is what Marci does. Okay. And people, you get known for that. Okay. And then backing off
Mhm.
um, of that and expanding at the same time, which is kind of, I'm getting this yo-yo kind of concept here. I'm like, cool. Um, all right. So you could do a mini course, Yoyu for time, Yoyu
Mhm.
for energy, Yoyu for finances, and these other things here, and Yoyu for parenting, Yoyu for teens, Yoyu for marriage, Yoyu for dating, Yoyu for retirement,
Mhm.
you for fill in the blank. Okay, and so it's such an interesting word and such a cool concept. I really think the winning move is, create this course
Mhm.
with the 7 things, And we'll have to play with it and see um, how 7 feel, because it
Mm,
might feel like too much for folks. So there might be a couple we could combine or whatever. Um,
right. Okay.
so begin thinking about that. And then once you've, whether we combine them or do them individually, you've already got, I've got 2 or 3 private clients right now that have created their courses, and then they're taking out each module and making it its own mini course.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. And what that does is, I mean, you can offer those from 7 to 47.
Hmm.
But what it helps get is buying behavior, um, which is good because there's this crazy concept I have that buyers buy.
Hmm.
I know that's deep, but it's important. Um,
It's true. I mean, I know for myself too. Yeah.
yeah. Another thing you can do, I mean, I'm looking at that article here on Medium. You've got at least 10 articles in that article. Okay. And I'd start with an article for each of the 7, because
Okay.
that'll be part of your course.
Hmm.
Okay? Because the course, you do things like a video training, original article, a checklist,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you have any of those for Yoyu for different things, but
I do. I have well, I have the book that's almost completed, so I can pull from there the
yeah,
articles, and in each of
cool.
the chapters there are some activities, so they could
Okay,
definitely be shared ahead of
cool.
time. And they don't need to be saved for just the book only. So yeah.
Beautiful. Cool. Cool. I love that. And I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to toss in this concept today and I was forgetting. Um, one of the ways to profit from a book,
Hmm.
to sell that book and to sell the courses that come out of that book, I
Hmm.
call it articles from and articles about.
Okay.
Articles mean straight out of the book, copy and paste, 250, 300 words.
Hmm.
Um, and then articles about, I mean, I can tell that you know your stuff and it's going to be in this book, but I bet you don't have everything about it in there.
I don't.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Never do that. Um, and so you can have articles about different things.
Okay.
And then you can drive. When will the book be published?
Sometime this year, later in the year.
Okay, cool.
The draft is written. I'm in the editing process now. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I've found writing books, much like I found grad school, is
Mhm.
it's simply a matter of 2 things: some kind of talent and a whole heck of a lot of endurance. Um,
Oh, amen.
because
I've been at
boy,
this one a while.
I had so many professors tell me that if you, it was kind of like football coaches too. If you stay and survive, you're going to get the degree. If you stay and survive, you're going to be on the team. Like, all right, I can do that. Um, anyway, in those Medium articles, one
Mhm.
of the things you can begin doing is having what you've got in there, a link to sign up and grow your list that way,
Okay.
and then a link to the book, to get the book or
Yeah.
one of your mini courses or the course. You can
Okay.
play around depending on what the article's about. Um, so there you've got a Medium. Once you get past 100, you got that source of income. And there's people that brag about and try to teach courses saying that there's people making 5 figures over there, and it's true. Okay, but most of us don't do that. Mine
Mhm.
mine goes into a separate Chime card, and it becomes my play money.
Got it.
I don't got to think about this. Um, and just to set expectations, my first month in the partner program,
Mhm.
everybody brace yourselves, man. I went on vacation after this. I made 17 cents.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay, good
And then
number.
the next month when I was a dollar some, I said, man, I've 10 times this thing.
You've
Woo.
arrived.
Yeah. Um, so that's stream one. Book is stream two.
Mhm.
Mini courses are several streams in one, and then the courses. So really, we got about 5+ streams here
Cool.
um, that we've just built, um, and now it's going to be um, fill in the blanks,
Mhm.
pay attention to what the folks are responding to, especially
Mm,
on Medium, um,
good point.
and then because what's happening there is they're telling you what they want to buy from you next. It's
And
kind
of
of
course,
cool.
I haven't really shared very much anywhere, so it's nobody's responding to anything, but that's okay, that's okay. I
Well,
know it
they
will get
will.
out
They
there.
will. You're just starting. What is this,
Hmm?
Chris? What? I even got a what? What is that? I don't know what that word is. Help me out, Chris. Um, he's one of my private clients over in the UK.
Oh,
So, the opposite direction.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got the
So
globe covered.
there you go. I love it. It just totally amazes me that I can sit here, in my home office, listening to jazz music on the TV across from me and reach all over the world. So how close are we to the sun coming up over there?
Oh, it's already up. It comes up pretty
Really?
early here. It's now, what, 5:15, and yeah, it's totally light out. So, I have the
Really?
light on above me, but I have the window open in
Wow.
front of me, and that's the light that you're getting. I have a ring light too, but
Yeah.
mostly
Oh,
yeah,
I would love that.
it's great. I
Earlier,
love it
earlier the better.
for
Um,
sure.
all right. And then after this is done, things
Mhm.
you need to start thinking about are um, short-term memberships
Uh-huh.
and then monthly memberships. Um,
Uh-huh.
because I really think um, as you build this, this is going to take off. You've got a concept that's unique and simple to understand. And, the reality is it's Eastern. Okay. It's Japanese, which fascinates
Mhm.
most people over here. Okay. Like, I mean, still one of the most popular movies, and one of the ones I will stop on if it's on, even though I've seen it a gazillion times, is Karate Kid.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. How'd you
That
know?
was great.
How'd you know?
Just because, I mean, we do the same thing, even
Yeah.
though, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's got the Japanese element, but it wasn't made in Japan, right? But
Oh, I
we
know.
always watch it too when it comes on, so
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. So I think this is going to grow really big. And so short term memberships are like 8 to 12 weeks, and it gets by the resistance some people have of being in a ongoing membership,
Mhm.
like they can't get out. I think it comes from remember remember Columbia House records.
Yeah,
You could get you know
yeah,
11 records for a penny, and then they charged you out the wazoo and you had to say no to buying them.
yep, and we've all done it, right? We all did it, so
Yeah,
that's before I came to Japan, but
yeah.
back in
Chris
the
said
day.
FA.MMM is a tax form from the US government because of my medium earnings. Okay. Marcy, you'd like my buddy Phil. I'm about to show you what he said. Um, he's like,
He must be
Phil and I
making
are,
so much that he had to fill out tax forms? That's great.
that's Chris. Yeah, that's a good thing. Um, um, Phil and I are not no longer allowed to sit together at the in-person conferences that our mentor does because we have too much fun. But
Troublemakers.
focus, Daniel son. Always look eye. Yep, that's right. That's right. Wax on, wax off. Um, I've taught so many things with that. You just do some basic stuff. Every article you create is the same kind of thing. You know, and then I really think that having a long term membership, um, with people, you teaching stuff,
Mhm.
but a Q and A or I don't know if it would be a Q and A session or just bring what you got and we'll deal with it kind of
Right,
thing.
right. Take a look at where they're lacking Yoyu and try
Yeah.
to determine whether it's because they have a lack of time, or is it a lack of money, or is it actually because they have a lack of energy and it's
Yes.
fading into the other areas, you know?
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
I thought
Yes.
about that. I had really debated, do I start with a membership or do I try to do a course first, and which would be better? And I hadn't come to, an answer for that yet, but I like what you're talking about, the mini courses, and
Yeah.
that
That's the the
might be
the
more.
the answer is what's
Mhm,
going to be the lowest hanging fruit.
mhm.
And that part of that depends on how many people are in your community.
Right.
Um, so we'll talk about that later. We might go for the mini courses. I have a friend that she does an email marketing membership. Okay,
Mhm. Mm.
and every Monday she sends. Do you know Liz?
I do, yeah,
Are you in there
yeah.
too?
I'm not in the membership, no, but I am very aware of her. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
great model.
It's
I love that.
really, I mean, it's a whopping $9 a month,
So cool.
but
Yeah,
she's got like 2,600 people in it. So it's not a bad way to start the month.
that's
Um,
right.
all right. Like I said, 20 minutes goes by fast.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like you've gotten a taste of or a glimpse of the future here.
I have. Thank you.
Very
Yes.
cool. Any questions?
I think I'm good for now. I've got a lot to work with. The
Mhm.
idea of splitting it off into many courses isn't something I had thought about, and so I like that. And all the ideas that you shared with, I had thought about Yoyu for business or Yoyu for vacation, but some of the others, like for parents, for
Oh,
children, I
yeah.
hadn't thought about, and so
For
it kind of
vacation,
opened my
for doctors,
right
lawyers,
for certain people group, the
um,
audiences. I
yeah,
hadn't thought about that,
yeah,
so that's great.
left-handed, older, white-haired men,
I'll work on that one first.
yeah, yeah, okay, good, I could use it. Um, when I hear about all this victimology stuff out there, I think I need to sue Miami-Dade County because I'm pretty sure I was left-handed completely, but they made me right-handed.
Oh.
And so throw with my left, right with my right, bat right-handed, um, kick left-footed, and it's just, you know, I'm either very confused or very smart. I haven't decided yet.
Let's go with
Um,
the smart. You're very lucky
yeah,
because
let's
you're
go with
so
that. Let's go with that. And we'll talk some more about how to put this together. So, hey, Marcy, thanks for being a great guest.
Oh, thank you.
And our first guest on the Content Profit Show from Japan.
Yay!
Listen, folks, Marcy got up at 4 something in the morning to be on this show. Okay.
It's true.
What's your excuse? Come on. jeffherring.com/schedule. Get over there, get scheduled, and we'll have a blast. All right. Marcy, thanks for being a great guest. We'll talk a little bit after we're done here.
Great, thank you.
And I'm going to play this music and say, everybody, um, if you watch the replay, or even as you think about this, I want you to think about two things. What can I use that I saw today in my own business? And two, how can I get Jeff to do this for me like he did for Marcy? And that's that link right down there. Okay. So until next time, folks, go use this stuff.